Hello, everybody. I've been on a mugwort kick because I get bizarre dreams from it. And this is what I've been using to cleanse. So I'm sending you cleansing, healing light. How is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. I did post what we need tonight it's a very simple ritual because I know as much as you guys love doing the meditations and the rituals, the video gets too long, like 2 hours is a long fucking time. So what I was thinking of doing was splitting it up. I'm going to do a meditation sometime during the week. This way it's just isolated. But tonight I wanted to do a ritual because this is a very powerful time right now. Hey, Brenda. Hey, wait. Toddy. And, oh, wait. I can't remember. Oh, my God. I can't remember. I suck with names. Hey, Aurora. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. So tonight is the last supermoon of 2022. And those of you who are new to the circles, the supermoon is when the moon is closest to Earth, so it's really, really big. And the energies of that moon in that particular planet is amplified. Hey, Nancy. So if you joined me for the Lion's Gate, I was sharing how I feel we're all entering a new timeline. Old shit is collapsing. Old timelines are collapsing, which some of us are going through a shit show. I know I was. And some are having these epiphany aha moments. It doesn't matter what you're going through. We're all going through the collapse of an old timeline. So the ritual we're going to do tonight is kind of like what we do for the new year. Those of you who've been following my circles for a while, we always come up with a word for the year. Like in December, we'll come up with the word for 2023. Tonight, we're going to do the same thing, except we're not thinking for the year. We're thinking right now. So our energy, our focus is going to be in this now, right now. And think of a word throughout this. Maybe you're reading, you trigger something, whatever it is. If there is a repetitive word or some kind of synchronicity, then I would suggest using that word. So tonight is the full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is air energy. Air governs the mind. So you may exactly, Taddy, breakthrough. That's a great word. That is a perfect word right now. And air energy can have us getting caught up in our head too much, like overthinking, overanalyzing. Aquarius is also the bigger picture. It's not necessarily taking action, but it's becoming this grand version of yourself. I don't know how to put that into words. Like you're on this new timeline. And this new timeline has this new version of you. Now it's time to embody that new version, embody that energy, that power, and put it out there. That's what Aquarius energy is. Transformation, that's another great word. I picked a word and I forgot what it was. Son of a bitch. I'm going to say what comes to me throughout the reading. Oh my God, it's at the tip of my tongue. I can't remember the word. Anyway, screw it. Maybe I'm not meant to have that word. So if you are new to my circles, I want to welcome you. Every new and full moon, I do circles where I do group readings. We do a meditation, rituals, something that resonates with the energy that we're in. I don't know why today I'm having a hard time. Like nothing's going on with Mercury that I know of. But I'm having a hard time thinking and speaking at the same time. Oh, hang on. I'm very bad with names. It might take me a couple of years to Daldra. Is that, or is my eyes, or Deidre? Oh God. Is that D-A-L or D-A-I? And I know everybody's like, Ann, can't you say it? No, I'm blind as shit. Deidre. There you go. Okay, so that's an I. In my messed up vision, it looked like an L. That's why I'm like, Daldra? Okay, Deidre. That's a beautiful name. Okay, perfect. Toddy's like, are you kidding me? You can't get my freaking name for over a year. But, you know, that's our thing, Toddy. Oh, God. T. I'm going to just call you T from now on. It's not a circle until I screw up her name. So I do want to share. I know I always say about I have a Patreon, but this, I'm very new to it. And I'm grateful for those who are supporting me on Patreon. But I did want to share the changes that I've made. And there's 3 tiers. The first tier is perfect to start. It's $11 a month. And what we're doing in there is you get access to all the videos that I do, whether it's like Facebook, Instagram, a webinar, YouTube. I couldn't think of the one that I'm on now. You get all the videos. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, hey, Teresa. Christy's new. All of a sudden, all these sayings came up. All the messages came up. I don't know. I'm just having a hard time talking tonight. We'll just go with it. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. At least I hope. So, because lately doing a lot of one-on-one coaching, I'm seeing repetitive things, whether it's certain symptoms, certain things that people want to work on or work through. Hey, Judy, I'm seeing a lot of repetitiveness, and I'm thinking, why don't I just do group coaching, which is what I originally wanted to do. And the Patreon is a great place to start for coaching, because not only we're going to do it in the group, you also meet people of like mind that are going through something almost exactly to what you're going through. And we can hold each other accountable to take action. When it's one-on-one coaching, yes, I will be on top of you to take action. But when you're in a group, hey, Mayor, when you're in a group, there's something just powerful about working as a group. And that's what I'm changing my Patreon to. It's the readings. Every new and full moon, I create a journal with prompts, different actions you can take, how to work with the energy. I talk about the energy that we're in, different rituals and ways to honor whatever the energy that we're in. So I do that. I do have like worksheets, and I really want to start focusing more on, once again, because this seems to keep coming up, is shadow work. And shadow work doesn't necessarily mean we have to do a bunch of shit. It's really about being mindful. And I share simple tools, techniques, little tips throughout the day that you can use to be more mindful, more aware, how to connect to your physical body, understand the mind-body connection. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, I would love for you to take a look at my Patreon. And if there's other things that you would like me to include, just let me know. Tell me what it is that you would like to work on or you would like to do. The lights just went out, but that's okay. My eyes were glowing. Did everybody get scared with that? That was my daughter coming in, and instead of shutting the outside light, she shut the inside light, and I was glowing in the dark there for a moment. No spirits, none of that. It is what it is. This is what happens when you're live. So if there's anything you would like to suggest, please let me know. I really want to work on the things that we're all going through. And even though it feels like we're all going through something that's separate, it's really not. We're all going through the same stuff collectively. Maybe different experiences, but overall, it's the same energy that we're in. That was welcome to my world. So I am going to show you, if I didn't say it before, I don't even remember if I mentioned it earlier. Tonight, we're going to need a bay leaf, and it could be any size. I have a baby one. I have a bay leaf tree, 2 bay leaf trees outside, and I chose the little dinky one from the store. A pen to write on, and either a lighter or a candle, because we're going to burn that shit. Once again, if you're new, I'm going to show you 3 cards. Each card represents a deck. Choose the deck that you are drawn to, because that is going to be the message that you need to hear. All the decks are going to resonate with each other, so you're going to find truth or some kind of connection to all of them, because this is an overall collective reading, overall collective energy. So the energy of tonight's reading is confidence and fertility, which goes back to what I was talking about during the Lionsgate meditation on, was it Monday? I think it was Monday. Pretty sure it was Monday. How we are on a new timeline and a new version of ourselves. So there is, even though it feels scary, because shit could be, shit's going down. It's happening on a global scale and on a personal scale. So we're all going through this massive shift, this massive change. The past 3 years was about releasing. That I felt like that's all I was talking about was we're releasing. Everybody was like, how much shit we got to release? Apparently we had a lot of shit to release. Now it's about shifting. We've released, we've made room, and now we're stepping into this new version. Shelly, is she here? I know I messaged her. I didn't see her on yet, but what the hell did I just do? Toddy, that was Michelle. She's under Shelly. No, it's not odd, Aurora. It is exciting, but it's also scary because there's a lot of unknown. Like, don't forget, we are all, every single one of us, stepping into something we know shit about. A new system, a new way to live on Earth, a new life, pretty much, in this physical body. So these are massive changes that we have no clue, not much clarity, because it's so unknown. So it is a combination of exciting and scary. Just trust the process. Just go with it. Right now, it's about aligning to the timeline we've created. Whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been thinking about, visualizing, manifesting, fantasizing about, whatever it is that you've been doing consistently, this is the timeline that it's on. So we need to go from the old version to the new version, and that's where the shift has been, like with the Lionsgate. Doesn't necessarily have to be on the 8th of August, because it goes on for like 10 days before and after, a total of 10 days. You could have just plopped on this timeline. Could have been last month. Pretty much when you notice drastic changes and shit falling apart, you're on a new timeline. And the reason why things are falling apart is because it doesn't align with this new timeline. So right now, our only job is to recognize what feels out of balance. And we have the choice to keep it or get rid of it, to align with the timeline that we're on. If you keep it, then you have to be sure that you align it with this new version. And you'll know. You'll know because things either feel good or they feel bad. When you're in alignment, it feels good. When you're not, it feels bad. So you know within yourself what's right, wrong, good, bad, what is in alignment, what's not in alignment. So it's a really important time to focus on your physical body, what you're feeling, your emotions, what memories come up. That is the clearest indication of what the hell is going on and what needs to be addressed or worked on. So that's the fertility, that's the new beginning, and the confidence comes from this Aquarius energy. We're stepping into that role. We're stepping into that power. We are owning this new version. Because if you think about it, every single one of us on some level has been working like crazy to get rid of the old way so we can create a new way. So whatever you've done brought you to this moment. Now it's time to own that new version. And even though it's scary, it won't be scary for long because anything you know was unknown as before. Like everything you know now was unknown before. So it just takes a little acclimating and then it becomes your new comfortable. I don't think we're meant to stay comfortable because we're energy in motion. We're constantly changing. But the main thing is being at peace, being grounded, balanced. Everything can change. Everything can get chaotic, but you inside always need to be present and grounded. And I know it's easier said than done. I'm not saying I got this shit down to a science, but I am trying to be aware, more aware than ever, of how I'm responding each moment. Like, for instance, today, and this is a good exercise to become present. When I found myself thinking of shit, or I would just remind myself, be in the moment. And if I was walking, I would feel my feet. I would feel my legs. I would feel the air on me. If I was eating, I was really connecting to like my muscles when I was chewing, the taste, how my mouth responds. Those simple things, that simple awareness is how we connect to this higher power within us, to our higher self. So from this moment on, just be aware of certain things. And before you know it, it's going to become second nature. And you won't even have to think about it anymore. That's just who you become. Actually, I am wearing a labradorite. Yes, I am. What made you say that? This one is labradorite. That's so fun. That was a good one. So you felt that was my one of the bracelets. Usually I used to wear like a whole ton of bracelets. Then I started gardening and they were getting in the way and I didn't. And then I felt too vulnerable. So now I only wear what resonates with me for that day. Okay, so you guys are ready. Now, if you can't stay for the whole video, you could always come back and watch it. It will be time-stamped. I forgot writing down. Oh, I hate when I do that. Let's see if I can write something down here so I can go back and easily add in the times. So I'm going to show you deck number 1. And if this, now it is a light card. So if this resonates with you, this is deck number 1. The labradorite rules your throat chakra and your third eye chakra. So it could be that you're just connecting to the blue ray and the indigo ray, and that's why it's calling out to you. It's a great stone to work with. It really is. And this is deck number 2. And this is deck number 3. I'm going to show the decks again. When you chose your deck, let me know so I know I don't have to repeat it again. I want everyone to pick their card. So deck number 1. Deck number 2. And deck number 3. This is what I felt like earlier, like a hurricane was coming knocking my ass down. That's not what that card means. I'm just saying that's what it looked like. Okay, so deck 1 and 2, deck 3, 2. Okay, so everyone pretty much got their deck. So this is deck number 3. This is deck number 2. If you chose this deck, hey Rachel, you are deck number 1. And a lot of cards seem to come out tonight. So, and my overall question for what everyone needed to know was, how can we best respond on this new timeline? How can we easily adjust and find that balance and peace? And this is what came out, guys. So the chakras, you have throat chakra. And not 1, but 2 root chakras. So deck number 1, right off the bat, I feel like pain in my, not necessarily hips. It's more like the upper thigh. It's like an achiness. I also feel tightness in my lower back. And what this means to me is that not only are you clearing out old karmic stuff, like you cleared it out, there's like some residual energy still in the root chakra area. There's also, which is understandable because everyone's going through this, but this is what came up in your cards. There is that fear of finances, feeling like not stable, not secure. It could be that you're going through like a lot of shit at the same time and you don't know where to focus. This just feels a little bit chaotic. So deck number 1 feels a tad chaotic. Now you have the family card. So this is, maybe you went through a period where you didn't feel the people around you are supporting you, or that you even fit in. Maybe you just felt like you were always the outcast and wondering, when am I going to find my people? Because I do feel like you've been working a lot on yourself. And now it's like, well, where do I belong? And I feel like your soul family is around you. It might not be the people you want or even expected, but there is a ton of support around you. There's also something from different like cultures. Either your particular belief system may be different than someone else's, but on some level you resonate with this person. It's just that your cultures are very, very different. Don't feel like you all have to think the same. Your people will be different than you. And that's the beauty of the uniqueness of all of us, is that there is not one way to think, not one way to believe. It's a combination, learning from each other and connecting with each other. So don't feel that this isn't this person, because I feel like in this case, I feel like it's like a person that you really connect to, but your culture is different. And maybe you think that that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be thinking the same, the belief system, something with the belief system. The number 12, and this is like 1 and 2, but I was seeing the number 12 and the number 3. This card is 33, but I see a lot of 3. So 3 may be very significant to you, whether it's 3, 33, 333. 3s and 12 seem to be significant. I also feel like you're very, very sensitive to energy, and something has changed, which I believe is your gift. You can feel the vibration of things. Like if you touch something, you can feel the vibration, and there's this sense of knowing, you know what this feeling is supposed to mean. That's right. That's right, Cynthia. 12, 1 and 2 is 3. So 3 is definitely significant. Just pay attention to where you feel, whether it's tightness, achiness, like see my lower back, even though that would mean like fear of finances and stuff. I just feel like you're clearing out energy. And it's important for you to like ground yourself right now. And grounding, everybody has their own idea what grounding means. And what I'm meaning with this when I say stay grounded or ground yourself is be present. Kind of like what I was sharing before, just feeling the moment, be in the moment and let your body experience the moment, the wind, the sounds, the sights, the smells, like whatever it is, just bring your attention to the moment and be in it. Because being in the moment and practicing mindfulness is going to help alleviate that like heaviness you may be carrying in your root chakra. Now, for some of you, you have suffering in silence, obstacles and challenges, patience and planning, and temptation. And this feels like it could be someone from your past or someone that you're with. If you're in a relationship and you're kind of living in the breakup because it's what feels safe to you, or it could also be that there is someone that's around you that you feel safe with because you put a lot of time and energy into this relationship, and it's the best option right now. That's where the temptation's coming in. But you already know, you feel that there's something better. There's something better. Don't settle. This is when we become a new version of ourselves. Our old versions like to like sporadically show up until we completely release it. And I feel like that's what's happening with this. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. That's what this feels like. It could also be a friendship. It could be that someone either came into your life recently or just someone's around you and you just feel off about this person. But it's better than nothing because it goes back to that sense of belonging. Like having this person as a friend is better than having no friends. No, it's better to have no friends. Trust me. Don't, if you're not vibing with someone, release them. I'm not saying you have to fight with them or like, oh, look, this is the card that's standing out to me. There's something better. There's something better. And that's what I feel like goes with this. Now, whoever this person is, like I said, it could be a relationship. It could be like a romantic relationship or a friendship. It could even be a family member. You know who this person is. Now, I want to read the meaning of this card. I can't see shit. Okay, a blessing from the light. You are dearly loved, more than you can possibly imagine, and you are never alone. A universe of love and light surrounds you and showers you with the blessings that ebb and flow into your heart. See, there it is again, like that sense of belonging, like feeling alone. Not only, and I know, when we say, oh, there's the whole universe inside of you and you have your guides and your spirits, but we are social creatures. We want physical people. But maybe this time is giving you the opportunity. What are you willing to sacrifice? You shouldn't sacrifice anything. Compromise is different. Like, for instance, the person that you may have a cultural belief difference with, that's a compromise. A sacrifice is knowing someone or something is no good for you, but it's the only option and you do it anyway. That's a sacrifice. Compromising is one thing. Sacrificing, a whole other ballgame. Okay, these cards are stuck together. So you have the perfection of your life. Defend to the end the worthwhile. Owls are very significant for you. Be the hunter, not the hunted. And inner trust. But inner trust. So owls seem to be very significant. Obviously, the two cards that were stuck together are both owls. Yeah. Okay, so the owls are significant to you. Now, we know overall the owls are wisdom. I would suggest, however you want to type this in to Google, whether it's spiritual meaning of an owl or owl spirit guide, however you spell it, however you word it. Toddy, someone just told me the same thing. Or was it you that showed me the pictures? I'm shocked. This is deck number 1. Okay, so you did show me the picture. Okay, I knew I saw pictures and I'm like, oh my God, is there like an owl massacre going on? Okay. I'm sorry. I am so shocked. But I remember the owls. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It could also mean that something has come to an end. Yes, death is a new beginning. It's something, it's like this new timeline. The old timeline's collapsing. The new timeline is creating. So I know it is sad. It is sad. I saw, I thought it was a scab or some shit. It was a scarab, SCARAB, and it was a rainbow one. It was a very huge beetle, like with metallic colors. It was like the most amazing bug I've ever seen. And it's the first time I've ever seen it. I saw it yesterday and today. Today, don't you think it's dead? It was dead. Yesterday was alive. When I saw it today, and it had a really good meaning to it, but it was dead. I can just hear you saying it that way. Like, I just wanted a feather. I didn't want the whole dead bird. But okay, so that is a good, let's think of it this way. Death is usually symbolizes the ending of a sacrifice, right? So like you're sacrificing your wisdom. Look at death however it resonates with you. It doesn't mean it's bad. It really doesn't mean it's bad. It's like crows and ravens. People think it's death. It's not. Not even vultures represent death. They all have their own meaning. Yeah, for sure, it's a powerful message. But see, and look at the meaning of the two owl cards. Defend to the end the worthwhile. And then be the hunter, not the hunted. This goes back to that sacrifice, that not a compromise. It feels like a sacrifice. And also, okay, so this could be for just like a particular person. I'm not saying that everybody in deck number 1 feels this, but you're communicating with other dimensions and other beings. It could be like galactical beings. It could be loved ones that have crossed over, or it could be, you don't know who the hell it is, but there's something with the communication. that you're hearing. Maybe you're hearing someone like call your name, or I feel like, hey, someone hears that, like, hey. That's interesting because that's part of your gift. Someone is trying to get your attention. Hey, Christy. Hey, Jeff. So that's interesting with that. And the owls, for someone, probably someone, because it feels too pinpointed. Someone, the owls are a sign of who this person is. I don't know. Take that however it resonates. So, okay, these. You got a bunch of cards. So you have clearing the excess, diving into new depths, looking at the underbelly, connect to source, and life is better together. So we're going to start with this one first. This is your tribe. This is your soul family. Don't be afraid to open up and connect with people, especially if they're different. You don't have to have everything in common with everyone. The less you have in common with someone, but you resonate with each other and you vibe at a higher vibe, the more you have to teach each other. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there and meet new people. Once again, this could be romantic, friendships, however it resonates with you. So the connect with the source, and okay, not this one. It's really this one then. Connect to source. This, how can I word this? That communication you may be hearing, or like I said, for some of you, you feel the vibration of things. Pay attention to that, because that is your communication. However, whatever you believe source is, God, universe, whatever other word that you use, it's actually like the bridge to connect you, because in this dimension, as humans, we've become so disconnected from who we are, and we are source. We are this all, whatever you want to call this energy. And this time right now, we are learning to reconnect to our highest self, which is connected to source. We are directly connected. But until we remember that we are source, there's bridges. And that's where I think the angels come in, the guides, loved ones. They kind of communicate messages to us to bring us closer to that part of who we are. And I feel like that's what's happening to you through vibration and through sound. Now, it could be both. It could be one or the other, but definitely something about the vibration and you hearing things. Also, for some of you, I feel like that sense of smell, like you started smelling random things that no one else smells. Like only you smell certain things. And I feel like for someone, it's something that's been happening for a few days straight. They keep smelling a specific smell and no one else smells it. I'm just reading the messages. You can, if you feel like, first of all, whatever it is that at any time, when you're communicating with something or someone, ask. Have a conversation like I'm having a conversation with you. Just direct the best way you can ask it. There's not a special way. You can think it in your mind. Anywhere other than this dimension communicates telepathically, energetically, through vibration. We as humans use language and words. Anything everything else that's out there in the universe does not. They communicate through here. And we forgot that connection, which is what I think is happening. It's bringing you to the connection. And I also feel like something with water. Either you've been wanting to go to like the beach or some kind of body of water, or you're taking a trip to a place where there's water, like either the beach, a lake, something with water. Or you could just really connect with water and you felt disconnected lately, and that might be your message to reconnect through water, whether it's a bath, a walk on the beach, whatever it is. Do whatever you need to do to connect with water. I also see someone doing like getting a glass and doing some kind of sound, whether it's a singing bowl, a tuning fork, or even just music, and just staring at the water and watching it, how it vibrates. I feel like someone may be doing that or thinking of doing that, which is a really cool practice, especially if you resonate with that vibration, or like what I was saying about something new gift-wise. I would definitely do that. And you can actually communicate with the water, clearing the excess. So if you look at this guy here, he's swimming away from, can you see the other two over here? He's swimming like away from them. They're out in the distance. This is you letting go of the people that just don't vibe with you. And maybe that's why you're feeling lonely, because so many people have fell out of your life. Don't you worry. The people that are going to support you and accept you for you, all your craziness, uniqueness, whatever it is that you feel like you have to suppress certain parts of you, you don't have to do it with your tribe. You get to be you, and you have a lot to teach people, a lot. That's where diving into new depths comes from. I feel like there's some kind of change taking place with like career. It could be that you're getting a new job, looking for a new job, or thinking of completely changing what you do. Also, I feel like for some, you're going to get news soon. Like someone is going to call you soon with good news. You're going to receive like good news soon. And somehow it's related to either school or work, something you've been waiting on, or something you've already done. So it's something that you've either applied for or did something. You're going to receive a good news phone call soon. And it's related to these changes when it comes to work. Knowing. This goes back to that communication, that sense of knowing. Especially, I keep feeling vibration. If my hand's itchy, if this kind of resonates with you, but you really don't feel vibration, like what the hell is she talking about? I'm going to highly suggest when you lay down tonight, when you're getting ready to go to sleep, take a deep breath and just focus and connect on how your body moves, and then start connecting to that vibration, and then start listening to the sounds, and keep expanding that into the sounds in the distance until you get to that silence. And as you're doing that, bring your attention back to the vibration that you feel your body, and you're going to be blown away. You just need a tiny little bit of awareness. If that doesn't resonate with you right now, just try it and see, because I think for some, you're going to be very surprised. And then the other card is Temple. See, there's a lot of water in your, and birds. Besides the owl, this one has a bird. Like, I think that's a cockatoo or something, and a cat. But here's the fish again. You have a lot of fish, even though that was an ocean deck, but you did get a lot of cards in the ocean deck. So water is very significant. I feel like maybe you need to create a sacred space, just a little space. And it could be a dresser, it could be a corner. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. A place that when you look at it, you immediately feel connected to something so much more. And maybe like a little altar with a statue or a candle or something that's very sacred to you. And just create this tiny little space of sacredness. Because I feel like there's been a lot of chaos in your life recently. And you're coming out of that. You're coming out of that. You just have to find your groove in this new version of you. So you have the Yes card, improving health. So if you've been concerned about whether it's like the pains and achiness in your hips, legs, lower back, or anywhere for that matter, because for some people, I feel like there's stuff going on with the stomach. Like if you eat, you get nauseous, and maybe you're having problems going to the bathroom one way or another. It's something that's off. And I know that there are a lot of people that have been telling me that lately. And I feel like that this energy is transmuting that stored energy. So it's moving out. And maybe that's why you're starting to feel it lower and lower. What I would suggest is focus on the green ray, your heart chakra. Or if you can't think about like green, what color green, just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and imagine whether it's a golden light, a diamond light, a white light, whatever it is, coming through the top of your head. And as you inhale, pull it down, and exhale, you're going to release it. Let that energy flow down while you're breathing. And when you exhale, push it out through your feet. And that little simple act is so powerful when it comes to balancing your energy. Then you have If You Believe. And this one, this Merkaba, is standing out to me. So if you can see the Merkaba over there that she's got right there, let's see if we can do it without a glare. Not really sure why either. This feels like astrology. Maybe you're learning astrology, or you're learning about the planets, or you have an interest in it and you're debating whether or not you should study it, because that could be the career change too. Something with the planets with this Merkaba. That's how I'm seeing this particular card. Also, this looks like almost like another owl. I see an owl face, and this around her, I see like an owl face with the wings coming down. Now, if you see a different animal, bird, whatever it is that you see, trust that. For me, I see an owl here. It's amazing when you look at the cards, the faces in the like shading and pictures literally change. So let's see what your angels' messages are for you. Be bold and make the first move. So it's time to take action. It's time to own this new version and stop waiting for something to happen. When you feel inspired, just take the action. You don't have to sit there and wait for the whole plan to come through. Meditate and contemplate. And this one, I feel like this is also about being mindful. And that's definitely you connecting to these new gifts and to your higher self. Surrender to the divine. So you're definitely connecting on a much, much higher spiritual level. Confidence is your key to success. And remember, The meaning of tonight's deck was confidence. We just finished the Lion's Gate. Actually, we're still in the Lion's Gate energy. So own that energy. And then you have step out of your comfort zone. And see this, I don't know. I just feel like something with astrology. I don't know why astrology just feels so significant. Either someone's thinking of it and they're debating, and this is their message like, yeah, you need to learn more about astrology. So deck number 1, I hope that resonated with you. I forgot to write down, the times. Okay, so deck number 3. Let's see what this message is. The blessing of just being. You may have been thinking that if you had acted or chosen differently in the past, things would be better now. But in thinking this way, you fail to see the positive effects your past actions and choices have on both yourself and others. Look closely and you will see there are many blessings. And that's this one. And there was something about that card when I was doing the decks that I was drawn to. And we're going to start with your chakra cards. Root chakra. See, there's a lot of root chakra and third eye chakra. Root chakra. Third eye chakra. Third eye chakra. So we're going to start with the root chakra. I'm going to just say off the bat, every single one of us are going through ascension symptoms. And maybe it feels like that there's something wrong, or you're getting sick, or whatever it is. I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying, don't go get checked. However, trust your intuition. I know quite a few people that have been going to like the ER and walk-in clinics and the doctors and getting all kinds of tests and shit done, only to find out that there's nothing wrong. Ascension symptoms. That's what you're going through. The intense energy that we're in is going to affect your head. You're going to have headaches. You're going to feel heaviness on your head. You're going to feel dizzy, like you have vertigo. Throat chakra. You're going to feel that like you always have to clear your throat. Maybe you have a sore throat. Maybe your throat's always dry, or you can't swallow. Heart chakra. You're going to feel pressure in your chest. Like sometimes you can't breathe. Stomach, eating. Either getting nauseous or throwing up after you eat, or when you try to eat. I'm just thinking of like the common symptoms that everybody's complaining about. Once again, like your bowel movements can go either way. Either it's too much or it's not at all. Lower back pressure, legs. All of these are a part of ascension symptoms. And just connect to what you're feeling. Don't be afraid of them. It doesn't necessarily mean something is wrong. It's just something is trying to get your attention so it can be cleared out, so it can be transmuted. We're all releasing stagnant energy right now, and it makes you feel like shit. I mean, that's the truth. And the more you acknowledge it and just breathe through it, the easier it becomes. Because from now until God knows when, but at least until the end of the year, we're getting these intense solar storms. The winter solstice is going to be another powerful energy to work with. We are still in the Lion's Gate. The Lion's Gate governs the solar plexus, which means most people are going to have a lot of issues in the solar plexus area, which is your stomach. So just know that don't necessarily look for something wrong. Try to trust your intuition and ask within yourself, like, what am I feeling? Where is this coming from? And just give it a minute to tell you what it is and where it's coming from. And you will, I promise you, easily clear it out. And of course, there's allergies and shit like that. So that adds to it, but don't completely dismiss the dizziness, the headaches, the pressure in the head to just allergies. There's a lot of third eye chakra shit going on right now, and you're going to feel it. So that's what I feel like this is, ascension symptoms. Then you have the action card, and I feel like you're indecisive about taking action. There's a part of you that is ready to do it and keeps pushing you to do it. And then there's a part of you that's like, no, it's not the right time. Not yet. You're just a hot mess right now. Now's not the time to start anything or do anything. Now is the time to do it. You are never going to wait for the perfect moment, because the moment you are guided to do it is the perfect moment. When you think you should be doing it is not the perfect moment. That's an illusion. And if you find yourself if you find that you're talking yourself out of taking action, ask what you're really afraid of and see what comes up. Because this is definitely related to your ascension symptoms or whatever you're feeling physically. Burning on top of the head is another big thing. I felt like someone smashed the back of my head a couple of days ago. Like my head felt like it was 400 pounds. And then if I lay down, I can feel it like throbbing. And just paying attention to it, you can easily release it. Or like I did, I put ice on my head and just close my eyes. So that the head area is this, your crown chakra. Your divine connection is expanding. It's opening. Most likely you're a light worker that is absorbing these energies at such a very high rate, and they're so intense that physically it throws you off. And I think that's where that dizziness or that vertigo, I don't know why I keep feeling like someone has like vertigo. Maybe someone was diagnosed with it. I don't know, but it's part of this expansion of the third eye chakra. The other thing I feel is deck number 2 is very visual. Deck number 1 was very sensitive to feeling and knowing. Deck number 2 is very sensitive to seeing. So probably a lot of bizarre dreams lately. Pay attention to your dreams, because there is some kind of theme. Even though the dreams may feel very weird, they actually have a very powerful message for you, especially if you're dreaming of your childhood. There's something there. Once again, it's nothing that you literally have to work on. It's more of acknowledging that it exists. But lots of weird dreams and astral traveling. And I feel like for some, you may have experienced a very weird dream where you felt like you went somewhere else, like either to another planet or somewhere that felt familiar, but it wasn't really familiar, but something felt familiar about it. That was actually, it's not a dream. That was an astral travel. You literally went there. And that's probably why you may feel very tired and like you haven't slept, even though you did. There's a lot of astral traveling going on for some of you in deck number 2. And that's why you feel very tired and drained. Although tired and drained are also ascension symptoms. So just be mindful of that, because your body has to recalibrate to the new energies. And the only way your body recalibrates is through rest, sleep, meditation. Allow yourself to rest when you can. So these are standing out to me. This sacral chakra, which is emotions, and probably this stomach stuff. The stomach stuff, like the solar plexus. So those are the 2 chakras. This one is your power chakra. and trust. There's an imbalance there. You're going to feel it physically, and it's related to trust, mostly trusting yourself, trusting your intuition. This one is the emotions, creativity. So if you have stored emotions here that you haven't dealt with, and then you have trust issues here, your whole stomach's going to be fucked up. Digestion, upper, lower intestines, cramps. If you're a woman, like bad cramps, and your periods like all fucked up. It comes, it goes. It's like very off schedule, and you could be experiencing very bad cramps. It was interesting because I don't get that anymore, and I've been getting cramps, and I don't know if it's because I'm feeling other people, or which this thought came to me. We are actually birthing the new earth. So like earth is in labor, birthing the new earth, and we're actually in those labor pains with her. That was a thought that I had. Not saying that's what it is, but it could be possible. Definitely birthing something. Now there is, okay, so someone from your past may have showed up. Now this is a romantic relationship. Either they showed up or they will show up. There's going to be some kind of communication from someone in your past. And this person brought a lot of heartache or guilt. This relationship, I should say, not this person. This relationship brought that, which made you very scared and made you not like trust yourself. That's where this trust is. They're going to show up because the shadow. So they're going to show up. I'm not saying that this person is good or bad, get back or don't get back with them. You'll know if this person changed. For some of you, yes. For some of you, no. Trust your intuition and don't let your emotions guide your decision, because you definitely moved past this and have grown from this, and you have choose wisely. Trust your intuition. It could be that they want to come back and, you know, bring that balance or ask for forgiveness or something like that. Do not be afraid to encounter this person. Because if they contact you and you go into this like, oh shit, and try to avoid them, there's those shadow triggers that need to be acknowledged. You don't have to heal it. You've already healed it. You just don't believe that you did, or you don't trust yourself. And that's going to be the greatest gift that you receive, because you'll see how much you've grown, how much you've overcome. And really, this person does not have that kind of impact on you anymore. It was only through these stored emotions, which kind of goes with the solar plexus, sacral chakra. Solitude, warrior, and harvest. And here's the owl again. So if someone picked number 1 and 2, here's the owl again. Okay, the owl is like very significant to you guys. So the harvest one is about like gratitude and patience. It's also abundance. So the energy that you put off, this is you. The solitude is you spending time with yourself. And I know a lot of people for the past 2-3 years have kind of somewhat isolated themselves. And that's when all these big changes occurred. You don't need to be in solitary confinement anymore, because most of your healing took place during this solitude. So now it's time, the warrior energy comes out. This is like the Aquarius energy. It's time to embrace this new healed version of you and put yourself out there. In confidence. Like you have the confidence, but I don't know if you realize you have the confidence. You just need to walk your talk, and you'll see that you do have the confidence to be this version. And it doesn't matter how other people respond to you. You're rising above it. I feel like the warrior is like rising above it. And harvest would be you physically manifesting what you've been focusing on. The physical, tangible aspects that you've been working on are actually here. You're going to see them. They're going to be tangible. So you have, what do you feel? She feels, she knows, and follow your own rhythm. So this one, for me, it feels like the sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is water energy, and it's flowy. So when you want to work through trapped emotions, dancing, moving your physical body is the best way to transmute those energies. I just feel like you need to start dancing your own rhythm. You need to, I don't want to say you need, like, oh, you need to. It's time for you to embrace the new you and not be afraid at what happened in the past, or even what happened last week. There's a new version of you. So you've already cleared the past. This is you moving forward. And your sensitivity is guiding you. And you have 22 is standing out. So 2, 2, and 5 seem to be significant for you. If you look at her, she has peacock feather in her hair. And you know what peacocks are. They show their feathers. They wear it proud. Wear your new version proud. And if you look at her, she kind of looks like she was beat up. Like, not that I'm saying she was, but it's like, okay, this old version of you is gone. Now it's time to wear your feathers proudly with the newer version of you. See, this one feels like choices. And aside from this person from your past coming in, I feel like you're at a crossroad. It's time for you to trust your gut and make those choices. Don't wait for something to fall into place first. Trust yourself, because she has an apple and an orange. Like, oh, which one? I don't know. Trust that. You know. You can't make a mistake. You really can't make a mistake. So let's see what your polite declaration. Every step counts. Take note. Take note. And there's the number 22 again. Where you need to be. And help appears in various ways. So let's start with the first one. Polite declaration. Okay, so the meaning of this card says you can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. That's why it's back to just make the choice. Everything else will fall into place. Don't wait for things to fall into place first to make that choice. You already know what the choice is. Every step counts. There is an advantage in taking things slowly. So you don't need to figure out the end result right away. Just take that step forward. because that first step you take is going to change everything. I feel like things will start moving like very fast after that. It's just a matter of taking that step. Help appears in various ways. There is much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift you forget to look to the support system that are with you continuously. Yeah, that I feel like you were so used to being alone that you probably never asked for help. But especially when it comes to these choices, don't be afraid to ask for help. I feel like that has to do with if somebody does something for me, then they expect something, and I don't want to owe anybody anything. I'll just do it my damn self. I'm just reading. Oh, okay. I was just reading the messages. So don't be afraid to, it's about putting yourself out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and ask for help. There's a lot of resources available to you that will help you with the choices you need to make. Don't be afraid to ask someone to share their resources. Yeah, there's someone here. It feels like there's someone here that you're close to, but you're not sure if you can trust. But trust yourself, trust your gut. It will guide you right, wrong. Where do you need to be? Acknowledge how you are feeling. This second time you got, how are you feeling? You have faith. Have faith the universe will take care of the current concern by providing you the best possible outcome for everyone involved. So this is you really connecting to that feeling with the emotions, with whatever comes up. Even though deck number 1 had the same thing, just pay attention to what you're feeling and just move through it. Because as soon as you acknowledge it, it changes. And here's the number 22 again. Take note. Your answers are being given to you. So you really have everything you need to make these choices. You have the resources. You have the support system. You have the inner knowledge, the inner wisdom. You have that divine connection. There's really nothing else you need. You have everything you need. And here, recovery and romance. And I feel like this may be the person that's coming back into your life. Maybe they're in recovery, or there's some kind of change that took place. They are a new version as well. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're the right version for you right now. Only you will know that. Again, helpful people. Ask for help from others. Okay, so the universe is definitely being very clear. Just ask for help. There's people around you. Stop thinking that you would have to owe somebody something for helping. Helping each other makes us feel good. Just like if you did something for someone, you feel good. You feel fulfilled. You're taking that feeling away from someone else helping you because you got to figure it out on your own. So in the near future, and then wait. And I feel like this has to do with this person coming back into your life. I'm not saying wait, don't get involved or anything like that. You need to encounter whatever it is that will transpire and just allow it to process. And you'll know. Your angel messages. You are very close to achieving your goal. Prosperity lies ahead. The answers you need are coming. Take time to breathe out. And luck is on your side. And this feels like that there is some kind of a decision that needs to be made when it comes to work. Those last cards feel like it had to do with like career and the work that you do. Don't overthink it. Allow it to unfold in its natural way. And that's where they take time to breathe out. You don't have to figure it out. When you feel inspired to do something, do it. Don't overthink, if it's the right time, if it's not the right time, or is this what I really want? Just take that step. Take that action, and you'll see how things will unfold. So deck number 3, I hope that resonated with you. And now we are going on, deck number 2. What did I say, 3? Deck number 2. This is deck number 3. So you have the blessing of questioning. Examine and identify any belief that stems from irrational fear. Ask yourself, do I still need this? If the answer is no, then replace it with a trusting, more loving belief. Blessings flow to you as soon as you do this. Set yourself free. So you're going through some kind of clearing out with that. Let's see what you're, definitely clearing something out. So you have the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the sacral chakra. So we're going to start with the love. Obviously, this is your heart chakra, and this is about your connection to people and learning to open up to receiving. Because we can ask for things, but if we don't open to receive it, we're not going to get it. And usually it comes from that you don't deserve it. That's what kind of blocks us from a lot of things, because we don't believe we deserve it. We don't open ourselves up to receiving. Then this also has to do with a relationship. I'm going to look more into the relationship, but this is the sacral energy. So there is some kind of, it could have been sexual trauma that you've been healing, that little fragments are still around. What's the word? I can't think of the word. Keeping you stuck. You're not stuck. You've healed it. But the thought, the belief is still there. And the energy is clearing out. So here goes to the mind. Your thoughts are dictating what you feel. That energy, you only feel it because you're thinking of it. It's not that you actually feel it. And you may notice a difference. Like there was a time in your life, especially when it comes to relationships, you would literally feel something in your stomach, like it's not safe, it's dangerous. You don't feel that anymore. You think it, because the belief needs to be changed. And that goes to this card. Do I still need this? It's just like in a second, you can change the belief system that is attached to this trauma. And your new version is about expressing yourself. It's about putting yourself out there, feeling safe in who you are. Actually learning to be assertive in that version. And if you see, yes, definitely music. Definitely music. If you pay attention to how you are expressing yourself, you can feel this difference. You can feel this change that took place inside of you. Like, it's okay to be individual and unique. It's okay if I don't fit in. There's also a deeper connection to your higher self. So you're hearing your higher self more clearly within your own mind right now. There's a lot of guidance going on. And stop thinking, did I think that, or is that what I want? That's why I'm thinking it. No, it's actual communication. You have new beginnings, awareness, balance, intuition, conflict and defeat, and destiny. So let's see. So new beginnings pretty much is self-explanatory. There's a lot of new changes that are going on in your life right now, which may feel overwhelming, but just, put it this way, you have no control over it. So just surrender to it and allow it to unfold. Because this communication that you have with your higher self is your ticket. You'll receive that inner guidance that you need. As for when it comes to the relationship area, just notice what you're thinking and change it in the moment you catch yourself thinking it. And that's how fast and easy it's going to be. So there's a lot of new beginnings going on. New career, job, new home. I feel like for some of you, you may be moving. New relationship, and pretty much a new everything. Every aspect of your life is like starting over with something completely new, which is probably why you feel very overwhelmed, because you're trying to figure it all out, as we all do. And you may have gone through if you haven't, you may have a mild emotional breakdown. And it's like the final purge because of something that you change your mindset in a moment, and you're going to have this emotional purge from it. And that's just your physical body clearing it out so you can have room for the new. Intuition, same card. Trust your higher self, your inner guidance. The balance and awareness. So something, you've been going through a lot for a while, and you just want peace. You just want balance. You just want not to deal with chaos. And that's coming. That's coming. It's like your patience has paid off. And you're coming into that balance. But something, and the number 1 and 11 is very significant to you. The number 1 and 11. Something is going to occur, and in a moment, everything's going to be different, and it's going to be exciting. It's the scary part of the excitement is now because there's the unknown. But once this happens, that's the thing, the catalyst that changes everything. So just have a little patience. That's with the awareness. And then destiny. You are on the right path. You didn't miss something. You didn't miss an opportunity or make a wrong decision. You didn't do any of those things. You're on the right path, doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, let's see. Blend into the environment. Distinctive potential. Back on task. total submersion, and gliding through currents. So the gliding through currents we're going to start with first, because I feel like let's see what the card says. With a different approach, you will guide through a situation with grace and ease. That's, I mean, of course the card said it nicer. Things are going to go easier for you. Easier. The hard part, the challenges, the healing, the this and that you've been going through it's over. Now you're going to reap the rewards of all the work you've been doing. So just nothing is going to be a straight line. It's going to go like this. And just go with it, because you can't control it. Total submersion. Don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or goal. Give 100% of your energy. So it's time. This one feels like it's time for you to embrace the new timeline that you're on. You've already created your bigger vision, your new world. You've already created it, and you're on that timeline right now. So don't be afraid to own it and start taking the action to manifest in physical form what you want. And it's really about aligning, because physically it's already there. It's more about aligning to that frequency, which you have submerge yourself into a goal or a task or project, and back on task. Be sure you're using your time in the best possible manner. And this feels like something that it could have been a goal or an intention that you constantly focused on, and then you kind of lost the motivation, the inspiration, like you kind of just went through like a blah feeling. That is changing. So if you didn't feel this energetic shift yet, you will within the next couple of days. It's going to bring you back into that inspiring, motivated energy. We still have a lot of planets in retrograde. So anything in retrograde is like a review. Like, do I really want this? Is this really the best way to do it? So you're kind of reviewing everything, and that's what your pause period was, where you felt uninspired and drained and tired and unmotivated. It was more about really deciding what you want, really putting your intention to the things you want. And it's been created. It's there. You're on the timeline. It's just align yourself with it. Distinctive potential. Rely on your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible. So this is about big goals. You have a big vision. You have like big goals that you've been setting, a big vision. And I know, I feel you. Been there. When is it going to happen? I put so much energy into something and it just kept falling apart, or it didn't take me to the place I know I could be. There was a reason. And that's what this period of solitary and pause was. Now you're on it. I don't know why I feel like you're on this timeline, and it's time to embrace it. It's there. If you just stay on this path that you're on, you're going to walk right into it. Blend into the environment. You have many skills that can fit into any situation. Take time to assess what's going on around you. Trying to see the number 9 it's not on the card, but I keep seeing the number 9, which is completion. So whatever your review period was, like this pause period, you've completed like an old cycle. You've completed an older timeline, and now you're creating something completely new through the vision or goals that you've been focusing on. I just feel like it's Stop overthinking shit and just take that inspired action. And here's the owl again, like this. Okay, so I forgot what deck it was. Maybe it was 2. There was the peacock and the owl. Visions of life beyond death. There's a peacock and an owl. So whoever needs to hear that or see that or be reminded of those 2 animals, here it is again. And the owl is in every single deck. I don't know why I feel like, and it's not a clock, but it's like a compass on top of her head. This thing right here. And there's an arrow. I don't know if you can see it on the top, like pointing straight up. I just feel like the owl and the peacock are your spirit animals to tell you not only that you're on the right path, but you're rising above it. Just stay on the path that you've been walking, and don't be afraid to show your feathers. That's very important. Flaunting your feathers. Collaborative dreaming. So this is you sharing your vision with like-minded people. So either there's someone you've been talking to or people you've been talking to about this big vision, these goals. The people are all, you guys are all in alignment with each other. You've already created this dream. Now, once again, it's about aligning with that energy. Whatever this big goal is, this big dream is huge. It's something big. Here's the owl again, after the storm. And there's the Merkaba, like I saw before. So the owl and the Merkaba and the number 1. I don't know which one had 1, but the number 1 is coming out again. After the storm. So what does that mean? What happens after the storm? Everything clears. Everything is fresh and it's new again. This is where you are now. Dream a beautiful dream. And this is the same kind of, like when I saw the Merkaba before, I said something with the planets and astrology. And however that resonates with you, this is what this feels like in this card. This also means to me that goal, that dream you have is so big, it's global. It's for the entire planet. It's not a superficial dream or goal. It's definitely something very big. You have the manifest and expansion. So really, after that whole whatever amount of time it was that you kind of felt, I'm done kind of feeling, you're in definitely a new energy. You're in this expansion. Once we expand something so much, it's got to collapse. It explodes, right? So the old part of you collapsed. It exploded. So now you're starting with this new, fresh version that you have so many opportunities within here to expand and manifest and really create what you want. I'm going to go with these first. Those are your angel messages. Meditation brings answers. Now, you have not the right time. So just know when something isn't working out, it doesn't mean it's a bad idea. It just means it's not the right time. Don't give up on it if it didn't work out. Put it on the back burner, because I feel like it's something that will fit better in a future experience. It's something that something else needs to happen first before you can maximize the thing that you are kind of forcing to work. Remember, when something doesn't work, don't push it. Just know that take action, perfect timing, and get more information. That's why I laughed, because I was going to say, if it doesn't work, just take a step back, put it off to the side, because maybe you need to get more information about it. Or it's going to work better and have the greater impact if there's something else attached to it. And that's where the perfect timing comes in. But don't not take the action because that thing didn't pan out. The thing is still a part of the big vision. It's just not right now. A fiery climax approaches. A personal issue reaches resolution. Your hard work is paying off. And communication is key. So that goes back to the throat chakra. Expression. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to take action. I know it's easier said than done, but just know that you're in your energy. You're in what you've been wanting to create. So just allow it to unfold. You don't necessarily need to have the whole plan. Okay, so deck number 3, I hope that resonated with you. I wrote down one reading and I don't even remember which one it was. So now we're going to move on to tonight's little ritual. I wasn't going to do a ritual because I wanted to do meditation ritual in another video, but I know a lot of you were excited to do this. So we're going to do a simple one. And what you're going to do is take a bay leaf. Now you can use, based on your reading, come up with a word that you feel this is going to be, like, pick the word for the next month. You know, a short-term feeling. Right now, what is your word? Right now, what do you want to achieve right now in this moment? Oh, you're welcome, Aurora. Let's see. A part of me keeps seeing the word action. Like, I need to take action. So I'm going to write my word action because that's what I kept seeing. So you're going to write your word down and you're going to take a deep breath. And just know that within you, you're going to harness the power, for me, for instance, of action. Whatever your word is, you're going to harness the power of that word. I like saying, and so it is. All is well. Harm none. For the highest good of everyone. And then we're going to burn it. Now, of course, I love my blowtorch burning it. And just know, as it's burning, it's going into the universe. The universe is taking this word and it's like, okay, I'm going to give you the energy of that word. You're going to align with that word. And then you just burn it. And if you want, you could write it like on a piece of paper or somewhere where you're going to see it, and just know this is your word for this month. Yeah. Burn it in that. Don't set the house on fire. So, my beautiful people, I hope the reading resonated with all of you. I would love to see you guys in my Patreon, or at least for the next circle or meditation. I'm probably going to do a meditation sometime this week. So be sure you subscribe to the channel so you'll get notified, because I really like doing things when I feel inspired. I don't like planning shit. The circles, you know, the moon phase is the moon phase. I can't change that. So that will always be on the day the moon is where I am. Like I'm on Eastern Standard Time. So my full moon is tonight. I know for a lot of people, it's tomorrow. So I can only follow my moon. Thank you, guys. I love you all. Go make your moon water tonight. Go put it out. Let the moon, okay, I said that backwards. Let your water absorb the moon energy. This is a super moon, the last one of the year, and a very powerful energy. Harness that energy and keep it in a jar, and you can spray your house with it, spray yourself with it. I always like spraying my chakras with it. Oh, thank you, Bernadette. You too. Have a very, very blessed full moon night. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Good night.